I couldn't think of a topic today. So what I did was I went on my Facebook, my Twitter, and I said, hey, what should I talk about today? I'll try and work in all the topics you give. I've got a splitting headache right now. I'm going to see how this goes. And let's start riffing. So let's talk about dreams. Michael Kersey asked me to talk about dreams. And when we talk about dreams in English, the word dreams can mean two different things. One of them is the thing that happens when you're sleeping, where your brain randomly fires off, and it starts making images and sounds, and really, it's just sort of random things that sometimes, because when you fire off random things, they'll get to our deeper values, we can find deeper meaning in. Now, the other thing is sort of these very conscious, real, instead of these abstract ideas, very conscious, real things that we want to create in the future, things we dream of, our dreams for the future. And one interesting thing is that we can take these random dreams, these sort of just firing off these things, and again, if we reach deeper, we look at the deeper meanings, we understand why and how these random firings, what they're getting at, we can find meanings that shape our actual dreams, right? So there's sort of this, even though these two concepts seem unrelated, the random firing can actually, if you follow the tendril of that, it can get to your deeper values that can tell you your dreams you want in reality. Now, Marcia Swallow asked me to talk about how to get your point across to those who disagree with you without getting angry, because the anger translates and the message doesn't. Now, I think there's a similar structure here when you look at anger. Anger is this hormonal response, right, that comes from noticing that our values are getting trampled in some way. Now, if we just act through that initial anger, the fuck you, what, I can't take this, I can't stand this, people can tell, right? This is sort of like those random firings in the dreams, right? We're reacting to the hormones. We're not reacting to the deeper value that the hormones are pointing to. Now, there's a different way that you can react to your anger, where you follow the anger to the deep value. And instead of just being consumed by the anger, you're working through the anger to the thing that the anger is pointing at. Listen, I need you to understand me. The thing you did was not okay. There's still the anger there, but the anger is connected to the deep value underneath it. So, if you're on the level of just the hormones and reacting through that, then the anger translates, the message doesn't. I think if you can follow the anger through to the deeper value that the anger is connecting you to, right? It's sort of like using your dreams at night to shape your dreams in the day. Using your anger on the surface to get to the more deeper, righteous anger underneath. Alright, so supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I think this concept of finding, right, taking these sort of random hormonal reactions we have, following them to the deeper value underneath, is sort of like magic. Now, one way to think of this is what Codex asked me to talk about, which is synaesthesia, okay? So you can literally imagine when you are angry, you can literally imagine this sort of red, bubbling anger somewhere, right? So I'm taking a feeling of anger and I'm imagining it as a image of red and bubbling, okay? That's synaesthesia. I'm taking one sense and seeing it as another sense. And as I see that red and bubbling, I can imagine following a little strand of that bubble and going through and seeing where the air is coming from in that bubble, going deep down through the anger, finding that little strand, and maybe there's a golden path of light that leads me to that value. So synesthetically, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, like magic, I'm suddenly going from this surface thing to this deep thing. So hopefully that was interesting.